Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about a movie that's all about being bad, but ending up being really good. I'm of course talking about the 2010 animated hit, Despicable Me. This movie matters because it's not just a funny, light-hearted film, but it also has a lot of heart. It's a story about a supervillain who learns to love and care for others, and it's a theme that I think we can all relate to. So, let's dive in and see what makes Despicable Me so despicably good. Despicable Me was directed by Chris Renaud and Pierre Coffin, and it features an all-star voice cast, including Steve Carell, Jason Segel, Russell Brand, and Julie Andrews. The movie was made on a budget of $69 million, but it ended up grossing over $543 million at the box office. That's a pretty impressive return on investment, and it's no wonder that the movie spawned a successful franchise with multiple sequels and spin-offs. The main cast, including Steve Carell as Gru and Jason Segel as Vector, really bring the characters to life with their talented voice acting. With a runtime of 95 minutes, the movie is a quick and entertaining watch that's fun for the whole family. Now, let's get into the plot of the movie. Despicable Me is about a supervillain named Gru, who's determined to prove that he's the greatest villain of all time. He comes up with a plan to steal the moon, which he's sure will cement his reputation as the best. However, he needs some help to pull off the heist, so he adopts 3 orphaned girls, Margo, Edith, and Agnes. Gru plans to use the girls to help him get close to his rival, Vector, who has stolen the moon-stealing technology that Gru needs. However, as Gru spends more time with the girls, he starts to bond with them and learns to care for them. This newfound love and affection for the girls starts to melt Gru's cold, villainous exterior, and he begins to question his life choices. Meanwhile, Vector is trying to outdo Gru and become the most famous villain of all time. The two villains engage in a series of escalating pranks and heists, but in the end, Gru must choose between his love for the girls and his desire for villainous glory. Along the way, we see Gru's hilarious and sometimes heartbreaking interactions with the girls, as well as his loyal but bumbling minions. The movie is full of action, comedy, and heart, making it a wild and entertaining ride from start to finish. The characters in Despicable Me are really what make the movie special. Gru, the main character, is a complex and nuanced villain who's both funny and relatable. He's a character who's easy to root for, even when he's doing bad things. The 3 girls, Margo, Edith, and Agnes, are also well developed and add a lot of depth to the story. Margo is the responsible and caring oldest sister, Edith is the rebellious and mischievous middle child, and Agnes is the cute and innocent youngest sister. The girls bring out a softer side of Gru and help him to see the world in a different way. The voice acting in the movie is also top-notch, with Steve Carell bringing Gru to life with his unique and hilarious voice. Now, let's talk about some of the behind-the-scenes facts and trivia about Despicable Me. Did you know that the movie was originally going to be called Evil Me? The title was later changed to Despicable Me, which is a play on the word despicable and the idea that Gru is a villain. The movie's directors, Chris Renaud and Pierre Coffin, also voiced the Minions, who have become a beloved part of the franchise. The Minions were originally supposed to be just minor characters, but they ended up stealing the show and becoming a fan favorite. The movie's script was also influenced by the director's own experiences as fathers, and the movie's themes of family and love are reflected in the story. So, what makes Despicable Me so good? For one thing, the movie's themes of family and love are really well developed and add a lot of depth to the story. The movie's cinematography is also top-notch, with a unique and colorful visual style that brings the characters and world to life. The voice acting, as I mentioned earlier, is also excellent, and the cast really brings the characters to life. One thing that doesn't quite work is the movie's villain, Vector, who's a bit one-dimensional and lacks the complexity of Gru. However, overall, the movie is a wild and entertaining ride that's fun for the whole family. So, what's my final verdict on Despicable Me? I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. The movie is a hilarious and heartwarming story that's full of action, comedy, and adventure. The characters are well developed and relatable, and the voice acting is top-notch. While the movie's not perfect, it's a fun and entertaining ride that's suitable for all ages. If you haven't seen Despicable Me before, I highly recommend checking it out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.